Hello, and welcome to the Dahlia World Gardens presentation of Seattle at Dawn, a Mage the Ascension chronicle. I am our storyteller, Tim Dahlia. Thank you for joining us. If you're joining us and you're watching some of this and you have no idea what's going on, I get it. It's going to be a lot. But to help you, we have compiled a playlist of our magical shenanigans. And while you're here, subscribe to this channel. It's a simple click of the button, and it would greatly appreciate your support. This is a Mage the Ascension chronicle, as I mentioned earlier. And in Mage, the protagonists that we follow, the mages, are power incarnate. What they will be. That power can go to their heads, oftentimes corrupt them, and demolish everything they hold dear. But it is there. Mage's dominant theme is hope. Things might get bad, even tragic, but the possibility of change never goes away. That element of transformation is a second theme in Mage. Nothing is set in stone. Everything changes. So-called traditions of mystic art transforms under pressure into new incarnations of themselves. Stasis in Mage is the enemy. Even the ostensibly static technocracy is far more dynamic than anyone outside that group might believe. Especially in the 21st century, Mage is all about change. Those folks who cannot face the future, after all, are bound to disappear. With me today are three such souls, hoping to change the world. Hello, my friends. I think first up, we're going to bring up Billie. I don't know. I always start with Billie, but that's just how it goes.
That's okay. I don't mind.
I think it's just
first.
the rotation of the circles.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Billie. She, her pronoun. She, her, they, them. Those kind of pronouns. I play Charlie Newell. Charlie is a mushroom specialist and a Verbena mage. Wow, it's been a couple of weeks. Where were we?
Where are we? Well, you know what? We'll go over that, I'm sure.
Well, I know that we had went to. Oh wow, what was her name? We were in the garage, and we were, and then there was the crow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's been a lot, but that's okay. Charlie's had quite a large amount of responsibility placed upon him with the connection to Crow, building a new relationship with a Crow familiar named Cal, dealing with the shenanigans over in Forks, Washington, with their family friend being apparently a murderer, and a obsessed ritualistic murderer at that. So very strange and out of character. And then of course you just been hanging out with your new cabal, trying to find a solution to the problems of Seattle, specifically this infestation of owl shards and how it's affecting the homeless population. So there's things going on there. You got a lot on your plate.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Also, with a lot on her plate, Jezebel, or rather Alix, who plays Jezebel. Go ahead.
Whichever, Hi, I am Alix. I use they, them pronouns. I'm playing Jezebel Spinner. And I guess Jesse's been having a good time just kind of floating around Seattle and buying stuff from crystal shops, answering riddles, hanging out with Sunny, that kind of thing, And of course, being high the whole time. Because why wouldn't she be? Wouldn't she be?
It's certainly a lifestyle, and it can be very beneficial to certain steps necessary to find your common enemies and root them out. So yeah, absolutely. Joining the craziness is Cindy.
I'm Cindy. I am playing Inea Blackwell, who is a Kha'vadi techno shaman and kind of finding her feet in a completely different. She's been a lone wolf, so to speak, for a long time, and now she's part of a cabal. She's got people to protect and people who are doing their damnedest to protect her. If she could just stop sticking her nose where it doesn't need to be. But yeah, it's been a lot for the whole group, but Nee's been adjusting to being part of a group kind of for the first time in her life.
Yeah, it's most of her experience has been, I don't know if I want to say it as transactional, but usually, most of the people that you dealt with are, it's quid pro quo, getting something out of it. You care about the people, but you have a mission that tends to override that.
Right. It's been more along the lines of, I can do something for you because you can do something for me, and we both benefit from the situation. We're not getting too close, but, we respect each other as human beings or whatever, and then we move on with our lives.
And
now
that's a very spirit-based mentality.
And now she's got herself a pack for the first time.
And that's got to be
And that's a completely different... Oh, it's terrifying for her. And it's a completely different mindset. Completely.
Exactly. All right. Well, we opened this session by taking a step back. We are going to go to the previous night at the infamous Club Lockisham. The music is loud. The lights pulsing and colorful. The dance floor is a sea of bodies, sacrificing their stress of the day, weeks, or years. Above the throng of people, rope dancers twirl, swing, and fly in rhythm, adding to this strange sensation of being underwater. Along the inner perimeter of the building are quieter, safe spots. They have standing tables where people can enjoy their drinks and provide some conversation. And they collect from one of the two bars in the area. Littering the ground and on the tables themselves and everywhere that you can find are strange little pamphlets indicating that sometime there might be a really cool rave hosted by apparently someone by the name of DJ Stone. We don't know who this guy is, but you find a lot of those in this space. On the stage, the DJ does spin a set of pounding dance tunes. Occasionally, a crowd favorite will enter the mix, and the cheers renew the energetic vibe. The ebb and flow of power is magical, even for the sleepers. Perhaps even more so for them. A couple hours have passed, and the three of you have found the groove. Drinks are flowing, inhibitions have been successfully diminished. Jezzy has swam into the sea of dancers, guiding her more reluctant friends, Charlie and Nay, with her. And after a wave of grinding, dirty beats, the calm stillness comes over the crowd, and it affords Charlie and Inea an opportunity to retreat to the bar, while Jezebel continues to let loose. It has been months since she has had this kind of release. Then, Jezebel, you feel a tingle in your third eye, right there. And you feel that someone nearby is reaching out to you. And flowing with this new energy, your eyes turn to the near center of the dance floor, where a gorgeous honey-skinned woman is dancing with her eyes closed, swaying seductively. And despite all her allure, she is never approached or advanced upon. She is free to express herself and to be herself. Her eyes open, and she doesn't have to search to find you. She's staring right at you, dancing with the music.
I'm gonna boogie my way over. I know an invitation when I see one.
Look at those bedroom eyes.
Look, I mean, she's getting some herself. Like, we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah. If you will, please give me a perception and awareness roll. Difficulty 8.
Okay. It's a perception and awareness.
Mhm.
Oops. And difficulty 8.
Hmm?
No. Nothing.
0 successes. Oh. I'm rolling my own things that you can't see. Hold on.
That's not ominous. Not even a
No, it's
little
not
bit.
ominous. It's just, it is what it is, but I have to actually get the right difficulty here. What is your willpower, Jezebel? Remind me?
6.
6. And you got 0 successes on your awareness?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So that was more of a roll to kind of filter out everything. There is a lot going on here. The lights, the music, the smells of everybody is overwhelming. And everybody's energy, their auras, you try to open up your sight to see anything, and it just is blinding. It's hard to filter out all that excess power. But now, as you approach, you come next to this woman, and you're swaying, spinning, jumping with the music, and you can stare into her vivid blue eyes. And catching the rhythm of the music, you hear in your mind a sing-song voice. Well, hello, stranger. Having a good time?
Can I answer mentally?
You can.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna say, sure, I'm having a really good time now. How about you?
Same.
What's your name?
You get images, or you hear music when she speaks in your mind, and it almost comes naturally, and she says, I am Lyric.
It's good to meet you, Lyric. I'm Jezzy.
Jezzy. Yes. You're Jennifer's friend.
Yeah, I am Jennifer's friend. Do you know her? How do you know Jennifer?
We know all of Aunt Mabel's crew.
Oh, we?
Well, myself, Ocean, Stone, all the rest of the cult.
Oh, I see. Stone, as in that person who's throwing a rave?
Maybe. If we're lucky.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah. It would be great if you were here. It's always a great time when he's around.
I mean, I'd love to be there. It seems like a cool way to let loose.
You've been here before.
Yes. Many times.
Yeah, I remember. Though,
Do you?
something's different about you now. I think I like it more.
Me too. We have that in common. It's a shame that I've not noticed you before, though.
Well, I only let those who deserve it come near me.
I get that. I get that. I like that vibe. And it's an honor to deserve it, I guess.
Mabel's right. You might be an important part of our future.
Here's hoping.
I just had to see for myself. I couldn't resist.
Well, if ever you want to see more, you can take my phone number. Oh my God.
All you have to do is think it.
I immediately think my phone number. I'm following directions.
Plops it right out of your head. You can almost feel her fingers reach in and pull it out of your mind.
Good. Very good.
If I ever need anything, absolutely.
If you ever need anything, you know?
Well, of course. Oh, I love this song. And you can feel her kind of retreat and just kind of begin to feel
Go
the
back to
music.
it.
And
Yeah.
she dances with you for as long as you'd like. Meanwhile,
Yes.
Nay and Charlie. You found a less active space near the bar to catch your breaths. The mental and physical toll this club extracts is heavy, but it seems to be just what Jezebel needed, and to a lesser extent, it is welcoming to not be fretting over the worries of the city. And that's when you see him. His head tilted down. His bleached hair, his shoulders slumped forward. Pushing through the crowd is Winston, aka Techie Pesci.
Nay's stress level immediately goes up about 2 notches.
This guy.
As he approaches, he twists some knob that is on this modified power glove, something that would fit in with any modern tech wear aesthetic. And as he's walking towards you, he fades from your sight. And
That's
you
not
Well,
hear
okay.
disconcerting at
the
all.
music slow down, and all the clubgoers, their energetic gyrations become lethargic and sweeping. The air feels thick, but you find that you're able to move without any restriction. And then, standing next to you is Pesci. Fucking A, I found you nut ramming scum twisters. You know, I almost blew my rig running the Augs to get to this moment. I have to re-grease the whole piss wiping monstrosity myself after this. But it'll be worth it. He takes a drink from your hand, Charlie, and just gulps it down. So, how you been, you cock farmers?
I'm reasonably sure there was some English involved in what you just, in the noises that were just coming out of your face, but I didn't catch O1. So why don't you slow it way down and try again?
How are you doing, you cock farmers?
Just fine, you
Oh.
asshole.
Yeah.
Good to see you. You look around and everything is moving in the slow motion, except for him. He seems to be amped up, moving just a little bit faster even than you. And he's a little twitchy for a moment, then he looks at you and is like, so, you guys in town for a while? I mean, I've been looking for you and I haven't been able to find you. Where were you?
That's
We've been out of
Wait.
town.
yeah. We've been out of town several directions.
Okay, fair enough. Well, so I got this idea, and immediately I thought of you, especially you, Inea. That's your name, right? Did I get that right? I looked it up, and
You did.
you don't seem to have anything up a handle out there other than just Nay. Is that true?
No.
No? Okay, well, fine, whatever. But if you don't mind, I want to take you and this fatso here, and I want to see if well, you guys handled yourself pretty well in the digital web. I saw that, and we had a good time, right? I mean, not really a good time. It was kind of scary, but you guys handled yourselves really well.
Gonna need a little bit more before you're gonna get a response of any kind.
I appreciate the compliment. Now continue.
Well, so look, I'm not going to point fingers or make any blame. And hey, you know what? It worked out for the best in the end. So that's such a bad thing. But you destroyed my warehouse, and you kind of ruined a little bit of a thing that I had going on here. There's actually a couple of people out there that are really pissed off about the ending of the Sertamin circuit. So I reached out to some of those Asian guys, got some, real rich young Asian cash flow coming in right now. And they're letting me start up again. And I was wondering, since you guys seem to be pretty damn good at it, if you would want to take on all challengers and comers in the hexagon.
Charlie, did you just hear? Did he just?
Yeah, I Oh, that's fucking funny.
I'm not sure what you think is so funny here.
Yeah, so we were in that building that day because your associates kidnapped two of our friends.
Yeah, and
That
as
is
I
the only
remember, it was a
reason we were
hit mark
even
that
in that
destroyed that
building.
place.
Yeah, that is the only reason we were even in that building. And if that had not been the case, we would not know you.
I understand.
So the responsibility
Circumstances.
for that is on your associates, not us. Answer's no. Answer's no.
Look, I'm not trying to eat any vomit pudding here. I really do want to make sure that the offer stays out there, because your reputation has been pretty phenomenal in the past couple of months. You guys have done very well for the local chantry. You fought in the digital web. I saw that. You saved some fucking noobs. It was brilliant. I just thought that maybe you would like to earn a little something on the side, get some Metherium or Mercurium, and like I said, I got that cash flow right now. I'm building a whole new rig. It'll be safer, and we're not getting any of that technocracy, built shit.
And what you're really saying, at least this is what I'm hearing, is that you need names capital N to encourage your Asian investors to keep coming.
Well, I mean, when you put it that way,
Answer is no, Winston.
Yeah,
Fine.
last I checked, Nate, we had shit to do, right?
Time I checked, yeah, plate was real full. Gladiators, not on the list.
Yeah, no. I mean, does this belly look like a gladiator belly?
Well, I mean, I've seen some amazing sumos out there.
Yeah, no. I'm like 5'4". I'm not a fucking sumo.
Mm-mm.
No.
Why don't you go see
Alright.
if your technocracy friends are interested?
Tiny.
I don't have
Fat.
technocracy friends. I got Mercurial Elite. I got traditions. I'm actually trying to make some inroads with the Desperate Alliance. Disparate Alliance. Are they desperate? Disparate. I'm not sure, but they don't really like technology as much as I would like. So I mean, I'm kind of stuck with where I'm at, but I do need. You know what? I get it. It's no. I respect that. I mean, I'm not some clusterfuck supporter or anything like that, and it's fine. But consider it. It's on the table. We've got some infrastructure to build. I got to get a new warehouse. I got to build the machine, and they're not easy. She's working hard. She really wants it. You know what? It was Penny who suggested that you guys would want to do this.
Hey, Charlie. Last time I checked, and correct me if I'm wrong, but last time I checked, no was a complete sentence.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, one word, period at the end. Couple of letters, period.
Full stop. Full stop. I am very sure that you have enough English words to you, Winston, to catch the drift.
Wait a minute. No, you piss gobbler.
God,
Let's
there
speak
we
his
go.
language.
Maybe that's what it took.
Yeah, you don't have to be a fucky pianist. Anyway, as you're saying this to him, a voice comes from behind. What have I told you about coming into my club and using your skeevy, vulgar, pox-ridden bullshit gear, Winston? It's Techie Pesci now, you moth jockey. You never did respect my handles, but you see, I've got a glow up recently. Rebranded in the digital web, you meat wipe. You might want to reach out and, or are you afraid of the big bad internet diddling your Luddite egg? You never change. Would it hurt you to ask permission before you start polluting the Lokashim like this? I'm just asking for some basic respect, dude. This wide-shouldered Polynesian man smiles at you, Charlie and Inea. Hello. I'm all emotion, and I'm terribly sorry. The doormen, they're usually pretty good, but this asshole always finds a way to get past them. I'm sure he's got some sick scam he's trying to pull on you. It ain't a scam, but I said what I needed to. He waves his hands twice in your direction, and each of you receive an alert on your phone and some flashy evite from Techie Pesci. Think about it. You both got the spice. Looks over at Ocean. Lamer. And Techie Pesci walks away through the slowed crowd, and each step, seemingly time begins to dilate and become normal until he's no longer in view, and the club is back to its full ranting and raving.
Nice to meet you, Ocean. Thank you for your timely intervention there.
Oh, yeah. No problem. That guy, he's a pain in my ass every week. Always trying to run some, dope scam or some weird chip device. And, we're not really the biggest tech place around.
I'm reasonably sure that he makes it his mission to be everybody's pain in the ass.
Yeah. I'm not sure why they keep him around other than, well, we know why you keep him around, but he is useful. Here.
That is unfortunately how we know him.
Yeah. Let me cover your drinks for the night. And he waves to the bartender and he's like motions and he does some hand signs. So, you two, you're not regulars. But I can see that you came with one. And he looks over and he sees Jezebel and Lyric dancing.
Yeah, she's pretty well the reason we're here.
We're not exactly club people, the two of us, but we're here with Jezzy.
Yeah, Jezzy needed to blow some steam off, and to be completely honest, it wasn't going to hurt either one of us either. So here we are.
Yeah, and thank you for the drinks.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Problem. What are your names? And if you give me some ridiculous cipher, I'm going to kick you out.
No, I'm Calvin.
Calvin.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, no, you're safe. Sorry for the belated introduction. I'm
goes in,
Inea
gives you a fist
Blackwell.
bump. Inea Blackwell goes in for the fist bump as well. So, blowing off some steam. Got it. It's a good night to do it. You enjoying the winter solstice?
Oh, yeah.
Good. So, Winston, Techie Pesci.
Techie Pesci.
He is right, though. I got to be better about that. He prefers to be called Techie Pesci. Who am I to care?
I mean, oddly enough, I had no idea he'd actually adopted that. We were the ones to call him that originally.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it might have actually been you, Nay.
I'm pretty sure it was, and it was not intended as a compliment.
Well, it fits him. I'm tickled. And you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna call him Techie from now on. Sure. Until he changes his name again. He's done it like 5 times before.
Yeah, somehow I'm not surprised.
All right. Well, so how do you know Jezzy? I don't know Jezzy, but I know of Jezzy.
Long story short, we started working together pretty recently, and it's been kind of a ride.
Yeah, it's been kind of a wild adventure the last couple of months.
Uh-huh.
Right. Yeah, it can be like that. Well, drink up, and you know what? You guys want to go out for a dance?
Mm. Let me get the rest of this down, and yeah, sure. Jessie looks like she wants some company.
Yeah, quickly down the drink and then dance.
All right.
Sort of half bopping.
Yeah, it's yeah, spastic chicken, just lubricated enough to be a spastic chicken.
Ocean enjoys the company. He speaks with you a little bit, but brings you out to the dance floor. Soon you're in the same kind of circle as Lyric. The two of them seem to have a working relationship with one another. And you can hear, even though it's loud, if you guys speak to one another, you hear everything. It's no static, nothing. And as we had the previous session, you guys collected whatever quintessence you could and collected your hangover for the following day. And I just wanted to add a little extra hint
Flavor
from the previous night. So,
Well, and 2 new characters. That's a good thing.
yeah. And
3, because we have Stone too.
Oh well, but we haven't met Stone yet.
Yeah,
and he's
true.
he's a background fun guy.
fun guy.
Yes. You're the fun guy.
Flicks a mushroom off the shoulder.
I gotta go let the doggo out. I'll be right back.
No problem. Well,
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Stone knew, oh shoot, what's his name? The guy with the, that you got the joy from.
Brad.
Brad?
Oh,
Brad. Yeah, if
Yeah.
he didn't get his mushrooms from Brad, and Brad gets his mushrooms from me, so.
I mean, I'm 9 billion% sure he's got to
I
know
would
Brad,
not be
right?
surprised if that was the case.
Right.
6 degrees of
6
separation.
degrees-
What?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Seattle. The population of mages is a heavily debated thing amongst storytellers. How many mages do you put in a city before it breaks the city? Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
the same question about how many vampires or whatever, you know, before they drain everybody. So, we.
Oh, okay. So that number contemplation just about broke my brain. I didn't even get into numbers yet. Mm-mm.
Inea.
Yes.
This is where we get into some fun new transitional stuff.
Okay. Dog is knocking. Be right back, and then I'm be good for a while.
No problem.
Dog is knocking. I love that.
She thinks she's going to starve to death, so she's going to be pounding on the door until somebody feeds her. She's really not going to starve to death.
Sounds like my kitten.
After your misadventures with Teki Peshi and your the true beginnings of your cabal, the Night Hunters, we started this tarot reading.
Yeah, oh, yes.
First card you pulled was the Two of Questing, followed by the 10 of Questing. A lot of quests. And then the final card, or not final, but the third card, the 4 of Pattern. This represents the past, present, and future, more or less. Tonight we're going to pull 2 new cards. One, we'll pull this one next. Go ahead and flip that for us. This is going to be for us determining the reasons for your circumstances.
The Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune.
I love that it's a revolver from the wrong direction.
Yeah.
This card often represents destiny, opportunity, prosperity, challenge, luck. Often,
I just got a new tarot deck. I'll have to show y'all later.
that'll be awesome. Often associated with the Chakravanti, as they are called now, but you may know them by the name of the Euthanatoi, the Death Mages.
Mm.
And now we're going to pull the 5th card. This one representing the potential of this overall situation. It doesn't predict the future, it just kind of gives some possibilities. The Tower.
What a tower.
The Tower.
Oh,
Wow.
Purification.
Mage
could I have picked
Arcana
any heavier
already.
cards?
Yeah, for real.
Like, seriously, would only have been heavier if one of them had been death.
Right, can we get Death of the Devil next?
I mean,
Can Can we not?
Here's the thing. I haven't shuffled the deck from the beginning, and you haven't pulled a lot of Major Arcana cards yet.
That's true.
Mhm.
Mostly they were the minor arcana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the tower. Oftentimes people get freaked out by the tower because it is oftentimes representing the fall of institutions and things like that. But it's also more...
Oh yeah, explosions, people falling from it. It's usually pretty ominous art.
Yes. I love the art on this one because it actually has somebody falling, but they're falling into a portal,
I
saving
noticed
themselves.
Nice.
Often representing purification, restoration, change, restructuring. Oftentimes also associated with awakening. It also has a heavy association with mage chantries. And with this spread, before you met the other night hunters, Nay was isolated. She worked separately from other mages. She was never truly alone, but she would be described as a loner, as we were talking about earlier. And yet, you still worked within the power structure of the unified traditions. In the view of many, it is a very hermetic structure, even if you're not a member of the order. Presently, though, you have joined a cabal, even joined a rogue chantry. As a member of this chantry, you are being tested, and have been given the burden of stopping the Owlwalkers. If you succeed, you will be more entwined with the chantry, but it will help your direction and destiny. Charlie. That's right.
That look.
Charlie.
He's just been crop dusted.
Yeah. Yes. Just like, oh my god, why? Crows everywhere. Okay. The first card you pulled representing the past was the Two of Pattern, followed by the Ace of Questing, more representing your present, reversed. So, more about setbacks and false starts, of which Charlie has had a few. And then the future, the Knight of Dynamism, usually representing extravagance, romance, impulsiveness, wrath. Pulling the card for our reasons for Charlie's circumstances. Go ahead and pull that out onto the table.
Get out there.
Right click and flip, I think.
Flip.
There we go.
There we go.
Ah. So, the Ace of Dynamism. This represents knowledge, conquest, victory, innovation. Then following that, bringing up potential situation.
Come on. There we go.
The Fool.
Oh,
Reverse.
the Fool.
Typically meaning possibility, creative expression, choice, adventure. Reversed, this more represents stagnation, folly, thoughtlessness, and indiscretion. It has the unfortunate association with the Mad Mages, the Marauders. you have skirted that line quite a bit. The amount of paradox that you have accumulated does kind of feel a bit like a marauder to anybody who can taste it. But Charlie, you have in the past been a studious man. You've dedicated yourself to the study of the mycelial network, both scientifically and mystically. This brought you harmony and stability. Then that night happened, the crash. And since then, you've had trials and setbacks. It's led to some revelations, but you still feel like you're caught in circumstances beyond your control. It's almost like awakening all over again. But this time, you don't have the Verbena guiding you. Instead, you've doubled down on the mycelial consciousness and a pact with Crow. This has all been to expand your knowledge, to bring clarity, and to help others in need. Several possibilities lie ahead, but you must exercise caution, or you run the risk of folly and madness. We're going to bring up the cult child that is Jezebel. Who's just happy to be here.
Legitimately.
When we first pulled the cards for Jezzy, we pulled up the Four of Questing reversed. Typically representing prosperity and harmony. And the Cult of Ecstasy. Present card was the Nine of Questing. Association with the Sphere of Spirit and the Dream Speakers. Oftentimes associated with being prepared and working with spirit. And then the third card. The Seven of Primordialism. Representing temptation, debauchery, addiction, indulgence. This fourth card represents the core reasons for the circumstances that you find yourself in. Chariot reversed. Often meaning triumph and change, however reversed, could represent defeat, vengeance, collapse. Oftentimes associated with the Sons of Ether, the card has the visage of Tsar Vargo, one of their luminaries. Fifth card, the potential of your current situation.
Yes!
Death. But death reversed. Normally, one would find this to mean renewal, detachment, transformation, rebirth. Reversed, it represents transformation and inertia, and oftentimes has an association with both vampirism and the awakening of mages. Jezebel has never had a hard life, though there has been hard work. There has even been tragedy, but she has grown in prosperity, and though she has been raised in the Sahajiya, her natural leanings have restricted and repressed her spirit. Small s. But with being pushed from the nest, sorry, that was a typo on my part, pushed from the nest and encouraged to truly experience life for herself, she's been taking more and more confident steps upon the fragile path. And that confidence, in the wake of recent triumphs, can be dangerous. Jezebel has flirted with unknown substances, is seeking more extreme experiences, and has dabbled in necromancy. There may come a time where you will find it hard to stop yourself from becoming something you do not intend to be. These are the cards that we have pulled for each of you, and the cards that represent this long arc, this 2 months that you have spent from the time that you joined the Rogue Chantry to the day that you went to the Winterfest in Seattle on the winter solstice. Inea.
And as soon as I saw that picture, I remembered where we left off.
I thought it was the music. I'm sorry. Inea, you've stood in the cold rain. You've been listening to different speakers all day say the same bullshit. At one point, they sang hymns and were led in group prayer. But even with all the pageantry, the same aggressive, violent rhetoric the Home Guard is known for seeps through. Some hold up signs with distressing messages. Too many seem enthralled because the crowd offers consent. The first speaker, Chet Calhoun, is slated to speak again at the closing. And you've watched him move among the crowd, welcomed as an elder statesman of hate and bigotry. Participants in the Winterfest that pass by are harassed by the demonstrators. Some shout at the parents for damning their children to hell. Others yell out slurs I will not repeat. At one point, a fight breaks out, but the police guarding this event apply just the right amount of brutality to satisfy the crowd and to keep the demonstration from being canceled. And through it all, you and Proberry record it all. At some point, Jezebel split from Charlie in the armory, inspired to watch Spider-Man and the IMAX theater. The show started at 3. It won't be too long before it's over, and this demonstration is only supposed to last until 5. Proberry is like, holy shit, did you see that cop punch that dude in the face? That's gonna be great.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're going to have to see if we can get some badge numbers.
Kind of sucks for the dude who got punched in the face, honestly.
Yes, it does.
So, what's the plan?
Okay, so did they arrest the people involved in the fight, or did they let them go?
They broke it up. They didn't necessarily need to arrest anybody.
Okay. So I'm going to approach the people who got sucked into the fight that are not part of the rally,
Mm-hmm.
and just make sure that they're okay, that, you know, if they need me to call, you know, assistance or get them somewhere. Or...
Yeah. The scuffle had it was a father who, you know, was just taking his kids and didn't really like the rhetoric that was being thrown at them. And he's just, after the fight and after the cops pulled him up, he just kind of shuffled away, but he's still sitting on like the curb with, you know, his significant other and their child have gone on to Winterfest, but he's just kind of sitting there taking a moment.
Okay, hey, sir, are you okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, man. I have not had my bell rung like that in years. Oh my god. Mm.
Yeah, I actually happened to catch the whole thing.
Am I bleeding?
Is he?
There's a little bit. Nothing flowing.
Yeah, I think that's I think it's just drying. I don't think you're actively bleeding. Here, and I hand him a like a bandana.
Oh, thanks. You're a saint. Oh gosh. Oh. Oh.
Do you need me to call for an ambulance or?
Oh, no.
Get you anywhere?
No, I'm good. I'm just parked down the road, and my wife, daughter, they're enjoying the skating rink. You know, didn't want her to see any of this, get involved in it.
Yeah,
we'll be
that's understandable.
Taking the long way around.
Okay. Well, I wondered if you would mind my I pull out a card and hand it over to him. I did actually happen to, because I was covering the rally, if that's what you want to call it, and I did happen to catch the entire altercation on video. Would you be okay with my posting it? If you prefer, I can definitely blur your face out.
Oh. He hadn't considered any of this, and he kind of thinks about it for a moment. He's like, you know, people like that need to be put on notice and stood up to.
If I'm honest, that's why I'm here, sir.
Yeah, their ideas need to be challenged. I can't let my family get involved but I can't not do something. Oh, shit, man. Oh, I did not think about this.
You know what, sir? You don't have to answer me right now. You can talk about it with your wife later on tonight or tomorrow and give me a call or email me. My information is on that card.
Okay. Yeah. I you know what? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let me get that card and yeah, I'll talk it over with Cheryl.
Fair enough, sir. Here you go. And make sure he's got my card.
Okay, well, I'm going to head over to the whatever that place is and get washed up. And,
yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, and maybe try to put some of this behind, enjoy the festivities.
You know what? That's what the day's for. You can just, you know what? You've had enough of these guys. They don't have to mess up the whole day.
All right. Well, thank you, Nay. Yeah, excellent. Thank you.
Take care of yourself. And I keep an eye on him, watching as he goes to get washed up to make sure he doesn't appear to be having any obvious trouble.
Right. He manages to get away unaccosted. But as you turn back toward the crowd, you definitely notice that there is a overly jacked police officer just standing there, arms crossed, making his biceps look bigger than they even really are, because they are pretty huge. But just that stance like this, pushing him out forward. And he seems to be just staring at you through his sunglasses.
And I pat Proberry. And I go back to stand across the street where I was minding my own business.
Cop just kind of looks at you, watches you cross the street. Proberry's like, man, that guy's an asshole. Look at him with those
And I take my phone out
Ray-Bans.
and I poke the screen a few times and put it up to my head. And I am not talking to anybody, but you don't have any way of knowing that, do you, officer? Fuck you.
Yep. The crowd works together. They work on some chants. Some of them standing near the sidewalk as people pass, and they don't deliberately get in the way of anybody. They know that they're not supposed to do that, but they are certainly distractions. What else would you like to do, Inea?
When I decide I have had enough, a long enough fake phone conversation, I'm going to start poking at my phone a little bit and keeping an eye on what's going on across the street from me. See if I can get any information from the police department about the officers stationed at the rally today. The personnel should be public information.
Yeah, who's assigned?
Yeah, and a little digging should bring some of that out anyway. So I should be able to identify the officers that are involved.
Yeah, give me... Yeah, let's go with intelligence and investigation.
Let's see. Oh, God, I haven't had to use my sheet yet today, so it's still folded up. Okay, intelligence.
Yeah, it's
and investigation.
Yeah, we'll make the difficulty 5. This is not encrypted or whatever. This is public information.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, 3 successes.
Brilliant. Yeah, so easy enough. You get the full list of the officers. Looks like this was a volunteer first scenario. And so, yeah, you get a list of definitely of 5 different officers, all of whom, and when you look at their pictures, definitely look like they would be the type.
Mr. Muscles included.
For whatever reason, that look became really popular amongst police officers in the past 20 years. You don't have Andy Griffith anymore.
Yeah. Nothing nice to say. Not saying anything at all.
The festivities continue. The crowd gets amped up again for another speech. This one coming from Chet himself. And it's largely similar, if not almost exactly the same as his previous opening speech. And
It's not as if they have anything creative to say.
not really. The sun is starting to set, and the shadows are darkening, and as he's going on doing the speech, there is the ever so faint sound of hoots.
Can I locate what direction they're coming from? Is it coming from the stage?
Give me a perception and awareness.
Oh, see, I'm really worried this is where my rolling breaks down. Perception and awareness. There it is. What's the difficulty?
Say 6.
Oh, that doesn't look good. Nope. Nope, nope. It is too loud and too cold.
It is difficult to find a location. It is echoing off the different buildings and the hard ground, and the rain makes things difficult to track.
Okay, well, I'm gonna put in the group chat, hey, I'm starting to hear what sounds like owls moving. I'm still here at the protest rally, whatever this thing is.
Yes. And with that, we transition to Charlie. You and Jezzy found the comforts in the armory. Where you had seen and are following these individuals. You know Jennifer. You've met her before. And it was pointed out to you by Jezebel that was Jennifer. Actually, you noticed it because you clocked them right away. Your perceptions are amazing. And I am catching up. Hold on. Here we go. By the way, if I think correctly, nope, never mind. I did not set it up. But it's warm, it's inviting, there's delicious food and drink to be had everywhere. In general, everybody in the area is pretty happy. And while observing the crowd, you found Jennifer and this man handing out home guard pamphlets. These are less offensive than their usual writings, and a man, but they are inflammatory against the wickedness of modern Christmas practices. For whatever reason, Jezebel decided to go and watch Spider-Man and left you alone in the armory. She said it was to avoid running into Jennifer and breaking her cover, which seemed reasonable. Let's have you go ahead and roll another perception and awareness with a difficulty of 6.
Perception.
Five successes. You are really good at this. You have continued your surveillance, occasionally texting Inea and Jesse. In fact, you just received, actually, not quite yet. You will later receive a text, but not yet. You take a few pictures, and seeing Jennifer and this man, you notice they seem to have a real rapport. She doesn't at all hint at being uncomfortable or a plant of any sort. Also, you see that this man isn't like a grump. He smiles, he takes rejection well, and he tries to engage with anyone who is willing to. Though most people do ignore those pamphlets. However, there are some who do not ignore them. In fact, they seem to study them intently. Even after leaving this couple, and you watch a lone man study the pamphlet for a few minutes, and then you see a look of revelatory bliss come across his face. Then he goes back to like nothing had ever happened and continues along his way.
Well, let's keep an eye on him.
He walks the armory and catches up with it looks like his family, and seems to enjoy the train with his kids for a little while, and then you see him kind of walk away from them and watch them. And then just goes back to being part of his family.
Well, that was slightly odd. Let's continue looking around.
Yeah, you walk around and you see some of these pamphlets have been distributed, put away. It's easily enough to find one and pick one up and, hold on to it. You still see Jennifer and this gentleman working, the crowd. They kind of have taken up a corner near one of the doors, and, they, talk about leaving behind this life of hedonism and debauchery. I had to say it. And that they can find true happiness and solidarity in Christ, and they can come and find them at their local church, and that they are open to all newcomers, and they can find peace and away from all this distraction. But they always seem to do that only to a select few that enter the building. Anybody of color, they pretty much ignore as they walk by. They're not going to give their pamphlets to those people.
That makes sense that they would do that.
What is Charlie's plan?
It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot going on in here. Let's take a look outside.
Okay. You head outside, and there's this really loud grinding sound coming from just around the corner.
Let's go investigate.
You walk down the alley a bit, and you come around the corner, and in front of the ice skating rink is a small stage with a gentleman wielding a chainsaw cutting into this large block of ice.
Oh, wow.
And there's a small crowd all watching, and just everybody's just fascinated and kind of intimidated by this display of just artistry.
Let's scan the crowd.
Okay.
See if there's anybody weird or anybody doing anything odd.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me another perception and awareness.
Just one.
Just the one success. You don't seem to spot anything out of the ordinary. There's definitely nothing unusual in terms of spatial anomalies or anything overly infused with life magic or anything like that. You're pretty it's pretty mundane grouping, though you do see another dude leaving the building and with one of those pamphlets, and he seems to take another moment and really study it for a moment, and you see him kind of nod his head a bit and be like, yeah. And then he pockets it and continues upon and walks away.
Oh, I'm tempted to go talk to him. Let's go talk to him.
Okay. You manage to catch up to him. He's not jogging away or anything. And he's walking down towards the fountain where they're going to have a light display later.
Oh, hey, I saw you had one of those pamphlets from inside.
Oh, what are you I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, I was just inside earlier, and I didn't get a chance to see what the pamphlets that they were handing out were, and I saw that you had one.
Oh, yeah, this is some trash for some local church.
Oh, okay. Okay. Nothing good then, huh?
I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, I mean, here, you want, I'm just going to go off and I was going to burn it or something.
Okay.
Or wipe my ass with it. I don't know. One of those two.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time, when people hand you a pamphlet, they're just saying, here, you throw this away. But, every once in a while, you find something good.
Yeah, I mean, there ain't really much good around here. Sometimes you just kind of, it's hard to find bliss. So. But, whatever. I mean, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, I suppose people can.
Why are you so curious?
All right. Oh, I don't have a whole lot to do with my day, and so I'm just wandering around seeing what's going on. Enjoying the Winterfest. Sorry to bother you.
That's fine. I mean, when it gets darker, they're gonna do some sort of light thing with the fountain. I wanted to check that out.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. See, sundown's coming soon.
Well, I'll have to head back this way when it comes to sundown.
Okay. I mean,
all right.
See you there.
All right, maybe I'll see you later. Bye.
Fucking weird. All right. And he goes on about his business there.
That was fairly fruitless.
Too bad you can't.
Let's wander on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, that's not something Charlie can do.
Not yet. or ever. Who knows? All right, what else you doing there, Charlie?
Let's continue to wander on outside and see what kind of trouble we can get into.
Okay. Yeah, so there's a couple outside vendors. They've got some, sweets and things that you can pick up, some hot cocoa. Just some cool things. There's a children's art display in the armory. It's kind of just like a good, strong, familial vibe. The music in the armory is playing some band, playing some jazzy tunes.
Well, I'm gonna get some hot chocolate, and then I'm gonna look at the kids' art, and then I think I'm gonna wander around and head back towards where the open area where they were supposed to be giving the speeches and stuff.
Yeah. So right about this time, you see that this gentleman and Jennifer, they kind of wrap up everything they can, and you see that they take their pamphlets that they do have left over, and they head out towards the protests, and at least that general direction. It's about that time that you get a text from Inea.
Ooh.
Text warning you of there's hooting and not quite sure what's happening.
Oh boy, let's go check that out. I was kind of headed that way anyway, but let's hurry it up.
Exactly. Okay. So Charlie, making your way towards Inea. And
yep.
Now, Jezzy, you, let me just get these people out of my way. Get you.
Pull it back just a little bit. Yeah, there you go.
What do we got?
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Spider-Man.
Jezebel. Here we go.
My best friend sent those to me because she saw them at Costco, and it was a 3-pack of Spider-Man, Cap, and Thor.
Nice.
And she just thought it was too fucking funny, so I have built Cap.
I have just finished watching Luke Cage season 2 because I'm catching back up on all that. Holy shit, that was good. Okay.
Yeah.
It ended. I was not expecting that Godfather ending. God, I was not expecting it. Okay. Loved it. Okay. Jezebel. You don't know why. There was a tickle in your mind. Go. You need to watch Spider-Man before the internet spoils it for you. Over the years, you've learned to trust that tickle. Your very own Jezzy sense. It has helped you with Lyric in the previous night. It has helped you win the trust of a Pegasus. It helped you save your friend Sunny years ago when things went too far. And now, you find yourself in the concession line. It reminds you a bit of your first true meeting with Inea and Charlie in the Theater of the Mind. Too bad Amnesia isn't here, and you have to pay for your own snacks. This is the place to be if you are a fan of the MCU or Spider-Man. The halls are decked with trivia about the movies, pictures of the stars, and a crowd of nerds wearing decaled shirts of the various heroes. And of course, there are a few cosplaying the merry, marvelous, non-mutant hero of New York City, Spider-Man. All guests were handed special 3D glasses in the shape of the titular hero's iconic lenses. The vibe is exciting. The line moves forward and you take another step, and the scent of buttered popcorn and sugary snacks is almost unbearable. And then from behind you hear, excuse me, miss? Before you feel a hand tapping on your shoulder.
Yes?
You
I turn around.
Yeah. And you turn, and a clean-cut white man in his early 30s with brownish blonde hair and soft green eyes smiles at you. He's wearing a reddish tan suit with khaki pants, brown shoes, dress shoes. And he looks at you. He's like, wow, you, I think you dropped this. And he holds out his hand, and in his palm is a silver charm. You immediately recognize it as one that you wear in your hair. Which one is it?
Ooh. So I have this silver one that kind of has like these metal rose looking things on it. Mm-hmm. And dangling from it is a peace sign.
Peace sign.
So it's a hair cuff.
Okay, so the hair cuff, peace sign is in his hands, and he's holding it out to you, and he's like, you're pretty. I mean, it's pretty.
You're right on both counts. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm Mike.
I'm Jesse. It's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So I guess you really like Spider-Man, maybe?
I mean, sure. I like Spider-Man. I mean, Spider-Man's cool and all. I mean, but I'm not here to watch. I mean, I've seen it already, like, you know, a lot. I mean, of course I have. I mean,
work here?
Yeah, I run the projector. It's mostly automated, but, you know, nothing substitutes for, you know, human eyes and caring. At least not yet.
Huh. That's pretty cool. I've never met a projection person before.
Oh, it's fascinating.
I figured it was all robots up there.
I mean, they've tried.
Yeah.
But you still need somebody to check the film, and, well, in this case, we're doing hard drives now, but we used to do film, and, you know, you got to make sure that everything plays out well and that there's no big surprises. And I'm sorry, I'm going on.
I think it's cool. You're the person who shows the movies. It's awesome. Are you showing Spider-Man, or are you showing something different?
Yeah, we only have like the one big theater. We're not like some of those other chains that have like, this is just kind of a small, it's not small. This is the real true IMAX. You go to those other places and they say that they're IMAX, but that's just bullshit. Like, they're not real true IMAX. They just bought some label that says that they can say that they're IMAX.
Huh.
I'm sorry.
You can't trust the movie industry, man. Can't trust it.
There's some things you can trust. There's still people trying to tell good stories, I guess.
That's true.
This one's good. I hope you like it.
Well, I'm gonna get some snacks and figure out whether or not I will.
Yeah, good. Okay, yeah, I gotta get back upstairs and make sure everything. He turns around and he walks a bit, and then he turns around and he's like, look, I don't know anybody, but are you here with anyone?
No. Well, yes, I'm here with my friends, but I'm the only one watching the movie.
Okay, oh, cool. Because if I would really like to buy you a coffee or maybe a cheese Danish or something after the show.
That sounds cool. I like coffee and Danishes. I prefer cocoa, but you know.
I mean, we got that too.
Yeah. I mean, I like food, so sure.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I hope it's not like creepy or stalkery, but I mean, I'll just keep an eye out for you. I mean,
here, just take my number instead. It'll be easier.
oh, okay.
So I'm gonna give him my phone number so he doesn't like explode or something.
Yeah, I don't think there's any chance he's not going to. But
This poor kid will henceforth be known as Jesse's adorable geek.
Love it. Love Mike.
Dying laughing here.
Mike takes your number and he's like, okay, yeah, all right, cool. I never asked, what is your name?
Oh, I'm Jesse.
Jezebel, that's right. Okay, Jesse. He takes it, he's like, Jezebel, that's a really lovely name. Matches you. Thank you. I gotta go because they're gonna start the show soon and I gotta be up there. I've wasted.
Yeah.
Bye. And he like runs off.
Well then.
You get to the concession stand, you order. What are you ordering? I mean,
a thing of popcorn, probably some chocolate, and a big bottle of water, because I've been drinking sweet things all day.
and you probably had a lot the night before, so.
Yeah, that's true. Need to hydrate, you know?
All right. So you get your concessions, you head into the theater, you find your seat, you put on the ridiculous Spider-Man shaped glasses. The lights go down. A few trailers and announcements pass, and the movie starts. It's good, if not a little silly. You know how magic really works, and Doctor Strange's look is not real. And the effects are overly flashy. You know from experience, it's usually best not to bend the fabric of reality in front of the sleepers. The movie then gets to the exciting climax, where different entities are trying to break through the cracks in reality. The New York skyline and the sky are ripped apart like paper. And this, you realize, is not so unrealistic. The reality in front of the sleepers. Is not so unrealistic. In fact, you have to shake that sense of deja vu from that moment, and then you hear in the audience, "Oh shit! Oh no! Not again! Help! You recognize that voice as the terrified Jolie Jones. And you see him leap into the air and crawl over other viewers near him. The frame of the movie stalls. The lights begin to bleed through the screen, followed by the pronouncement.
Come, be unto you mortals, and be not afraid. We seek only one soul this night. We seek the soul of Jolie Jones.
Oh, fuck!
Be
Okay.
not afraid. Cancellation be upon thee.
Oh my god.
And that's where we're going to end it for tonight, and we'll pick up again next week.
No! What? Hello? What the fuck?
Did not peg you for a sadist, Tim. Oh my god.
you kidding? I thought Jolie was just freaking out because it's 3D. Like, no, he had a legit. Why is he here? Where did he come from?
Because this thing is coming out of the screen.
Oh my god. Yeah, I would lose my shit too, especially if it said my name. My god.
Oh man, maybe splitting up was not a fabulous idea tonight.
Never split the fucking
no.
party.
Party.
God damn.
I had to take
We
advantage
split
of
the
that.
party.
God
Should have
damn.
known better.
God damn. God damn. All right. I wanted to fight some shit anyway.
Oh my
the
god.
tarot cards. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I want to see.
What's the name of the deck?
Blacklight Tarot.
Nice.
Oh,
These are all beautiful. Blacklight Reactor.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
Show you.
The
Nice.
High Priestess. That's one of my favorite cards.
Of course.
The Devil, yeah, that's another one.
Yeah, there's a really cool. I really enjoyed the art on. There's the world. I'm gonna find it. I gotta find it. There's two of them. This one.
Oh wow.
Oh.
The other one, though. Find it. I mean, it's a lot of cards. Could be anywhere.
That's the problem when you're looking for a specific card. Is it's never like among
It's
the
always
first
at the
ones.
bottom of the deck.
Yet every time. Or if you start looking at the bottom of the deck, it will be at
It's
the
at
top.
the top.
I definitely have to show you this one. Here's one of the specialty cards.
The tripping squirrel.
What That reminds me of that Invader Zim episode where he turned like the kid and the kid thought a squirrel was Zim. And he's like, "Hey Zim, you want to share your nut with me?" And the squirrel looks at him and is like, "No." And then runs off. I love Invader Zim too much.
I need to watch that show again, honestly.
Mm. Yeah, this Christmas
Oh, poor
music's good.
Jolie. I
I'm
feel
done.
so bad for him.
It is literally the second to last card.
Mm.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
That's really
I
pretty.
love
I
that.
love that.
Yeah, there's a couple of other. There's two fools. There's two worlds. And there's a make love not war card.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very me.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well, that's what I got for tonight, and you guys have a nice cliffhanger to think about for.
Man.
Ah.
I feel so far. I've given my number to a really pretty lady. I've given my number to a spastic projectionist. I saw Jolie, and Cancel is back. Love all of that.
I could do without the cancel bit.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I kind of wish that wasn't the guy, but I gotta test my new powers. Me, Alix is excited to whoop some ass. Jesse is scared as shit. Alix is ready to tear some shit up. Okay.
Silver linings. We find them where we can.
Mhm. Yeah.
I assumed it was going to be the home guard dudes.
There it is.
This works too.
Well, there is.
Oh, that's
Oh,
so
yeah.
nice.
Well, Inea's got the home guard stuff going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, but our mistake was in believing that that was our enemy of the night.
Yeah.
The sun
But then how
just
the hell
went
do you
down.
anticipate
It's
cancel?
the night's long. What?
Right. Well, yeah, the
See,
night.
see,
just
that's what I'm
in.
worried about. Is that the night is long And Cancel just pops up about the same time the friggin' owls start making noise.
Huh. I don't know.
It could be a case of coincidence.
I don't believe in coincidence like that. Something stank a little bit, you know? Just a little bit. Something stank a little bit. That timing is too perfect.
So yeah, the mistake was in making assumptions about the villain du jour.
I don't
And
know.
I imagine, Jezzy didn't figure that she was going to run into anything like at the movie. She's just going to go watch a movie.
I just wanted to go see Tom Holland, bro. Like, how? I just wanted some popcorn and some Spider-Man in my life. And now there's this monstrosity. Gee whiz. What a day.
You know what?
Say, it was fun to make that image.
Yeah.
With the Spider-Man. It just all made sense to me, and I was making it. And so anyway,
yeah, man.
And the new token for cancel has been fun too.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant at first, and then okay.
Oh yeah, I got this screen grab of the IMAX theater, and then I fit in Spider-Man's final scene in there.
That's wild. And then there's cancel.
Just
the
breaking out of the screen.
Biblically accurate anxiety monster.
Be not afraid, huh?
Be not afraid, you say, with one giant eye and 6 pointed stars.
There is a reason angels have to lead with "be not afraid" because they are fucking terrifying.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm scared.
Those may be the 3 scariest words in the human language, in the English language.
You put them back to back, and the answer is anxiety, bro. Like, the answer is anxiety. My God.
And Jolie's in the
telling me not to be afraid.
Don't panic.
PTSD.
Don't panic,
flashbacks.
but no, wait a minute. No, if you are having to tell me not to panic, I have a reason to panic.
Right. And you can't say don't panic, but that negates everything you just said. You just told me that the world is collapsing in on itself and not to freak out. Pardon me while I run a lap.
Woo. Okay, well.
I am hype. I am hype for next week.
Oh, God.
I'm starting to fight stuff.
This cabal, I tell you what.
Hey, you guys had a nice break.
A nice break. We got winter solstice. Is that what we got? I think that's what we got.
I mean, we got a piece of winter solstice. I got to see most of Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the real tragedy,
lady, so
by the
there's
way.
that.
Is it? She didn't get to see. Yeah. Okay.
And Lyric never texted me. I think it's time for me to go cry in a corner.
It's the following night. Don't worry.
There
is an adorable geek.
That is
if you
true.
live, you can cry in the corner the next night.
Yeah.
You got a point. You got a point. Plus, I have a cheese Danish and a Twitchy projectionist waiting for me, and that sounds great.
There you go. You got to get past cancel first, though.
Well, the thing is,
cancel is rude. Cancel is just rude.
Right. Like right at the end of the movie, Doc. Come on, man. You couldn't go through the credits.
Seriously. Wait for the last end credit scene. And then
right. Yeah, that's Jesse right now. Like for real. For real, dog. That's how you doing me? Crazy. Wild. I thought we was cool.
Yeah. Well,
he could do worse and come out and then tell you the end of the movie and then not let you see it.
See, then he would need to be canceled. Like, absolutely not.
Just tell you the end of the movie and then kill you. Ultimate spoiler.
I would wake up in the spirit world so pissed.
Talk about who gonna get canceled?
Indeed. Well, we'll let you guys have fun with that for the week. If you got a list of music, go ahead and send that to me. I'll definitely peruse
I will
through
work
it.
on that.
And
I'm gonna do that right now. Spotify is okay, yeah?
yeah, I should be able to.
Okay.
Yeah. As long as it's a list that I can search on and even listen to on Spotify, whatever, that works. And then,
Perfect. That's what I'll be doing too.
Yeah.
Same.
And then
We'll start at Infected Mushroom and go from there.
I was
Infected
starting
Mushroom
in
is pretty
Purple
much what I
Haze.
listen to when I'm planning Mage anyway. Like when the 20th anniversary came out 10 years ago, so we're at 30 years now, almost. Satros Picado put out a playlist of music, and there was a lot of Infected Mushroom for Mage. Just a shit ton.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, that's on my rotation already, but
We're gonna
add
wind
more
up
to
the
it.
tamest of the lot.
And I had my
Try to keep it to 5 songs.
there's a nice little insult generator here that just kind of randomly throws new things in front of me for Winston.
For Techie Pesci?
Yeah. Like right now
I'm
it's
gonna call people
Ask
cock
Clown
farmers for the rest of my life now.
Ask Clown Captain is the current screen.
Ask Clown Captain.
The current one.
Ask
and then
Clown Captain.
and now
Yeah,
it
you gotta get
says
promoted to that.
Cunty Bollock
Right. Well, that's just swear words. Where's the artistry, Techie?
I don't know. I'm impressed that they incorporated the word diddle in that generator.
You know,
because
you got a point.
that's not a real common one, and I can't swear that very many people know what that word means.
I try to avoid it.
Yeah, it's not my favorite one.
Right.
There's-
Yeah. Usually the word kitty is involved in that one. And
Yeah,
that's-
yeah, that's part of the problem that I have with it. Yes.
A kitty diddle?
I can't keep this on the screen. The new one that just popped up because it rotates is Pedo Box.
Oh no,
Okay, so they
Pedo
don't
box?
shy away.
No.
no, they do not. Mm.
He did
All
that
right.
in Pedo
Well,
Box.
Winston's fun, but oh man.
Winston is fun.
I'm sorry that
he's
he
fun to.
Honestly, it's sort of fun to treat him like an absolute asshole because that's what he is.
Techie is the one that you love to hate.
Yes, he is fun
I
to
love
hate.
him. Yeah. The world wouldn't be the same without him.
No, I even actually kind of like Penny. Not that,
Mhm.
you know, I just, we haven't had a lot of interaction with Penny, but I still, based on what we have had, kind of like Penny. But Winston is just, he's more fun to hate.
Yeah.
He should be.
Penny's cool. Techie Pesci is my favorite little punching bag.
Yes.
Love him.
He volunteers for it.
He begs for it. He
Yes.
is constantly campaigning for an ass whooping.
Yes, he
he
absolutely
doesn't know how to
100% is.
approach people. He really
At
No,
all.
he does not.
Not even
does not.
slightly.
The fact that homie came up and really was like, yo, you want to be my pigeons in a battle royale? Like, are you kidding me? No.
Did you just try to guilt trip me into playing no, you did not just.
He thought it was a good idea.
He thought a lot of things. He oughtn't do that.
He oughtn't to do that. That is correct. Thinking,
You know, and the fact that Penny keeps him around gives him a lot of cred in my book.
Yeah, that's true.
the fact that she hasn't shot him yet. I mean, there is that. Yes.
Well,
Right.
there's
It
also,
gives him just that little bit of leeway to come around and act like an ass so that we can make fun of it.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
yeah.
God.
Also, you definitely the fact that he was able to walk into a room with that many people and change local
It's
time
impressive.
around you.
Right. And go
Mean-
mostly unnoticed.
Hmm.
Mostly unnoticed.
he would have gone fully unnoticed had it not been for, because am I right in assuming that Lyric, Ocean, and Stone are all part of the same tradition?
Yeah, they're all cultists.
Okay. So that's the only reason he got noticed. Had they not been there, Tekipeshi would have walked in and walked out with no one the wiser.
Mm-hmm.
The dude is powerful, and
Yeah, see,
he serves his purpose.
Nay can recognize that and even appreciate it. She just can't take his fucking personality. So he gets to be the punching bag because he virtually begs for it.
That's fine.
Along with the fact that, like, how do you walk up to somebody and you call them a cock farmer? Like, are you okay? You can't just go, what's up, homie? Like, come on.
He had some choice ones this one. He had nut ramming scum twisters. Piss wiping monstrosity.
He actually did use that one at one point.
Yeah.
Piss wiping monstrosity.
Yeah, talking about his rig. Yeah.
Okay, Techie.
You know, the thing about it is if you would have came up and offered us something that we actually wanted, then maybe we would have considered it. But
it might have become a consideration.
Does he not realize that we're mages?
Like he should, because it's not like there's any other context.
Thing on our mind. I mean, money is useful for fucking sure, but like that's not like that's not who we are.
Yeah.
He suffers from like some of the arrogance that befalls a lot of mages, but specifically the Mercurial elite in dealing with the mystic mages.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks you're all a bunch of rubes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well.
Which he has actually actively said.
Yeah, that is true, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. That's one of his favorite words. Yeah.
Yeah.
You bunch of rubes.
Mm-hmm.
He does not like you guys. Well, I don't think it's a matter of like. It's just more of he definitely believes the Mercurial elite are exactly that.
Right. He's got these levels of respect for different people based on their relationship to the Mercurial elite. And we are not so much in the hierarchy. Like we're not up there in the hierarchy.
You know what?
Okay,
I don't think I would want to be.
Everybody's got their own thing, but if you want something from somebody, you might try starting with respect.
Ding, ding, ding.
And he ain't worked that one out yet.
No, I mean,
and he's
got some inner work, and it's okay, don't we all? You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, there is shadow work to be done.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I'll take these notes to him and hand it off to his therapist. Yeah.
That poor soul. That poor unfortunate soul.
Therapist. My God, I would quit my fucking job. There's not enough money in the goddamn world.
And move to Tibet.
Shaving my head and I'm joining a monastery. Goodbye.
Just call me Anne. Bye. All right. Well, speaking of animation that I love, I am going to probably go watch Dragon Prince 4th season because I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, is that show any good? I haven't
watched it. Fantastic.
I have heard nothing but good about it, and I actually did watch like the first half of the first season, and then shit happened, and I never got back to it. But I did enjoy that first half of that first season.
The writing is spectacular. The world building is great. The inclusivity is top notch. Like
that's what I keep hearing about the most of.
Like there's no barriers there. Surely there's a story to tell, but there's no barriers. You have deaf characters of all different types of creeds, people dealing with conflict, but you know it's so well done, and the animation is difficult in the first season. It gets better, and it is top notch right now. From especially when you get to that 3rd season, and Ryla is just the best.
I am unfortunately enough of an animation snob that the animation did put me off with that first season. But But what kept me watching, at least until shit happened, was the story, was the writing.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, the world building is top notch. It's great.
Yeah.
And there is the tabletop game based on that world, Tales of Xadia. Cindy, you were there. We played one session of that, right? Were you in that one?
I am trying to.
It was a Cortex Prime game. I think it was like a year. Yeah.
Yes, it was a one shot. Yes.
Yeah. And the Cortex Prime system is fascinating, and it was really fun. And now that they actually have the real book out, I've been wanting to run one of those for a while too. But I want to run every game. I'm sorry. Anyway.
I actually relate to that.
Speaking of Vancouver by Night, who do Vampire and other games. I think they have a Changeling game, Vampire game, and a D&D game. And their storyteller, Steve, on Twitter, basically just put out an open casting call. Like, hey, fill out the survey. And, if you want to do this. And I did. So.
Yeah, you did.
Cool.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Oh, fingies crossed. Fingies crossed.
And when I was doing one of my rewatches last week, he actually showed up in the chat, but I missed it because I was doing stuff on the other monitor.
Oh, wow.
But he popped in, he's like, hi, mages. And I was like, huh. How long ago? Oh, shit. That was like an hour ago. Fuck me. But whatever.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, if I could, and yeah, that would be a fun thing, because then I can maybe get paid a little bit. No, it's not about the pay, but they do pay. It's kind of interesting. And if I could get the Patreon and Ko-Fi coffee, God, I hate these words. Anyway, if I get those, my brain sees them, the words, not what they are trying to represent. But anyway,
also the English language is difficult at the best of times. So when you first see a new word, what you think you are seeing is not always how it's intended to be pronounced. Because we can pretty much just, when it's a proper noun, say whatever the fuck we want to say for it.
Indeed.
The letters don't actually matter.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the way they do
bring
things.
Forth the example, Worcester.
Yeah.
Any donations or any funding that they get through that just gets evenly distributed amongst the players. And I, of course, always plan to do the same thing. I just don't have it all set up. So someday I might send you $1 or $2.
I mean, hey, it's $1 we didn't have yesterday, you know?
Exactly. Anyway, let's wrap this up. I will see you guys next week. Have a great time.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Good night.
Bye.
Yeah, hasta, hasta.